I'm David Hall. I am the Vice President of NVIDIA Solutions at Lambda, which effectively means that my team designs and delivers all of the on-prem and hosted solutions that we build. There's kind of two separate ways that people are really taking advantage of generative AI. The first is a relatively lightweight GPU solution, and that's where you're doing fine-tuning, you're doing some of the RAG work. And in that case, data is super critical. GPUs are a little less critical from a volume standpoint. But then you've got companies that are building their own foundation models, and those just eat GPUs like candy. To give you a sense, we're working with a company that is generating a foundation model for cells. Can't leverage any of the LLMs that are out there. They're literally feeding it with pictures of cells and different annotations. That model should probably be run against 8 or 16,000 GPUs. They're going to run it against a 4,000 GPU solution just because it's so expensive. But they had to from a time trade-off, time-money standpoint. And so we're being asked right now to build foundation model environments that are in the 8 to 16,000 GPU range. And these are full H100s and very soon B200 type GPUs. We're all about delivering the infrastructure as a service and the platform on top of that. The infrastructure, we've gotten very good at delivering an architecture based on NVIDIA's large EOS architecture, just delivering that at scale and it working. The platform side, today we're partnering very heavily with folks like Weights and Biases and Run AI to make sure that people have access to that infrastructure in a very manageable way. I think what Weights and Biases brings is kind of that user interface and the controls and processes that are really necessary for great ML work. It's effectively bringing the discipline that the software world got 20 years ago into machine learning. We see that as being so critical because so many organizations are approaching us today for the infrastructure, all of the GPUs that live under it. They're buying tens of millions of dollars worth of GPUs and only seeing utilization in the 25-30% range. Without great tools at the orchestration and management layer, you'll never realize the potential of your infrastructure investment. I think what excites me the most is that it's redefining software development. I come from the world of coding. That's what I got my degree in a long time ago. And what we could do with code then was so limited compared to what we can do with Gen AI today. So that's what's exciting to me is just what it opens up for the developer world. I think the things that we as an industry are going to have to address, there's a lot of comments right now about bias and security and those types of things. I'm actually worried about feasibility moving forward. We're at a point where the GPUs have been constrained. That's kind of loosening up, but now we're at a point where power in data center space is constrained. And if you read some of the projections by 2030, data centers are going to consume somewhere between 5 and 10% of the world's power output. And so, what are we doing as a community of scientists, of engineers, to make sure that we're being responsible with this planet's resources? And so that to me is our big concern. We're going to eat up whatever the technologists and the hardware producers give us. It's up to us that are consuming it, I think, to make sure that we're wise stewards.